Hello and welcome to my presentation on the color scheme redesign for the Cloud House. Here is a quick overview of what we will be discussing today. Of course, we have our title and our contents page. We will also have a quick overview of the clients as well as our revised brief, and then we will get into the potential color schemes that were devised for this project, as well as the final scheme that we chose. We will also touch on the materials and finishes that will be seen in this project, the lighting schemes, and of course their technicalities, as well as the final design at the end. So to begin, the clients for this project are Emma and Violet. They are an adventurous couple and they met in Athens, Greece on vacations. We took this to heart during the redesign for this project and considered color schemes that were seen around that natural environment, as well as materials, patterns, and textiles that may be seen in Greece. We also aimed to meet the adventurous personalities that this couple has in their design, as well as considering their plans for the future of starting a family together. We also wanted to incorporate all of these factors into our final design to ensure that we were providing the clients with what they needed. So a quick revised brief of the Cloud House. It is located in Fitzroy North, Melbourne. And although it may have a traditional facade on the street view, the house actually is home to a very bold design where it gets its name. It is the cloud-shaped protrusion from the end of the house, which is the key focal point of this design. So to get into it, we have the first potential color scheme. This one was called Classical Elegance. So we opted for a lighter take on the colors that are often seen in Greece, with the blues as well as a bit of gold, a lot of cream and white colors as well. Here we have a bit of a mood board for this design. Very elegant, quite regal. It's very light, and also ethereal, as is mentioned there. A bit of inspiration as well. You can see the hints of gold and blue that were mentioned as being significant in Greece. However, it was considered that this design may be a little too maximalist for the couple, not quite what they were hoping for, and may not provide the right space to raise a family. Here we have just a sample of what the colors would look like in the space. So we moved on to another color scheme. This one was called Natural Haven. We opted for a bigger focus on the adventurous, outdoors loving personalities of the couple. Of course, we still have a bit of blue in here, but we opted for more brown and green. As we can see, this is a very earth-based, organic space, lots of life. It's a very calming space, more natural, maybe a little more inclined to raise a family in this house. However, again, it may be a little too maximalist, some inspiration as well. And another quick look into what those colors may look like in the space. But finally, we worked on a revised color scheme, which we called Acropolis Dreams, and this one placed a heavy emphasis on the colors and materials seen in Greece. As you can tell, obviously, with the terracotta and the blue, the golds and the greens. A bit of a mood board. This one is much more focused on bringing a vacation to the home. A very almost paradise in this location. Bit of inspiration as well, taking these items that are often seen in Greece, such as the pillars and the use of marble, lots and lots of deep, rich blue colors and hints of gold and orange to counteract those. And here is a sample of what these colors would look like in the space, how they would be used. So we obviously trialed how we may place these colors, how they'll work together and form a bit of rapport in the space. And we focused on the one on the right, mainly because the placement of the blue and green is almost similar to that of a natural landscape, with the blue obviously imitating the sky and the green being the ground, with that hint of gold on the side as well, just to incorporate all of those colors. We have a quick material board as well. As we can see, we have made use of a lot of tile, which would be seen on the floor, the feature wall, and on the ceiling. And the boards along the cloud protrusion of the house would be replaced with a spotted gum. The kitchen box would be painted over with a white Dulux paint called Lexicon Quarter. And then we touched on the finishes. So here is a little floor plan view of how these would look in the home. We have opted to keep some colors or materials the same as they were previously, which is seen in the hallway. But we have changed things up quite a bit in here as well, as we'll see later on. A little material schedule here also, just to kind of incorporate the technical features that will be seen in this design, including the quantity of the items needed as well as the cost and how they will be applied in the space. And then we started to get into the lighting schemes. So the first is a very light kind of color scheme. It's very blue, hints of gold as well, but very cool atmosphere would be created in the space. We have a bit of a mood board as well. And then we delved deeper and went in the opposite direction actually, and focused on a warmer color scheme. Lots of golds, very earthy and organic, with another mood board as well. And this is the one that we actually opted on, just due to the atmosphere that it would create in the space. Obviously one where the couple could start raising a family. It'd be a very comforting, relaxing space. It was chosen mainly due to that relaxing atmosphere that would be created, as this was a feature that we wanted within the space, just so in the future the couple could create that family that they have been dreaming of. And we have more technical information on the lighting. The 4 lighting items chosen are seen on the screen as well. And then we went into the lighting allowances of each room we were focusing on, including the entry hallway, the kitchen, and the dining and lounge room, as these were the focal points of the redesign. And for the lighting plan, we have ensured that we have met the wattage allowance in each room, laying all of the lighting out in a way that would complement each other whilst paying homage to the original design. And we also have a lighting schedule for this as well, again to touch on the costs, the quantities, all of the dimensions of the lighting. And here is the feature lighting that will be seen in the hallway. This is the big puff lamp. This lamp kind of steps outside of the Greek design that we had been focusing on and brings more of a contemporary aesthetic to the space. It is a little contrasting, but we believe it will elevate the space from more of a traditional home to something perhaps more modern. And here we have the final designs. This is the kitchen box. We focused on the use of color in this space, of course, and as we can see, we have the green tiling on the floor, like mentioned previously, symbolizing the ground, and we have the blue tiles on the ceiling as well, and then we have the gold splashback tiles on the right hand side of the kitchen, as well as the repainted box. And we have the kitchen space, the dining space, where we can see the lighting laid out in this plan as well. And then we have the resources of all of the information used in this presentation.